Hi everyone, I welcome you back to this channel, Technical Drawing Masterclass. Today we are going to still look at isometric drawing, but then we have been given these views. This is the plan, the front and the end elevation. They are in first angle, orthographic, projection. So let's get started. First I will draw a horizontal line. Then we shall locate point X along this line. But your location should be favorable, whereby your isometric drawing should fit within the perimeters of the paper. So I'll place it here. So I'll call this point X, this one here. So at point X, I'm going to draw the 30 angle, 90 angle, and 150. So I'll measure off 30, measure off 90, I'll measure off also 150. So I'll join all these points to point X. Okay. So when you're done, we're going to measure off this distance here, which is 20 from the end elevation here. Before we continue, I'll call this point, this axis, the x-axis. Then I'll call this one the y-axis. And I'll call this one the z-axis. But then these are isometric axes. So I'll draw that line parallel to the y-axis. And I'll also draw that line parallel to the z-axis. Then this side, I'll measure off 100 millimeters. I put my compass needle at point X. I mark off this distance 100 millimeters, which is 10 centimeters. Then this side, I'll measure off 60. Okay. So parallel to the x-axis. I draw a line at this point. Then I do the same thing when it comes to this other point. Okay. So when you're done, I'll draw another line that is parallel to the z-axis. Okay. So now, according to our views here, I want to start by drawing these curved surfaces. So I'm going to show you one of the simplest methods to come up with this curved surface, but then isometric projection. So remember, our total length here is 60. So I'll use my ruler and one of my small set squares. I draw that line that is parallel to this borderline. Then I'll measure off 60 from my ruler. So this is 60 and 30 millimeters. So we are going to divide this rectangle into equal divisions. So my divisions will be in intervals of 10 millimeters. Okay, when you're done, you come at the midpoint. You draw that semicircle. So when you're done with drawing that semicircle, we're going to transfer this rectangle right here. I measure off 30. Okay, then I'll transfer these divisions right here. So when you're done with drawing these lines, joining these points, you also do the same thing down. Okay, so when you're done with this step, uh, we're going to start transferring these points, these points where the circumference of the semicircle intersects with these perpendiculars that rises. Okay, so you find that this first point and this last point, which is this and this, we already have them here. So our major aim is to get the points for these middle points, which are this, and this. So we start. So you place your point at your compass needle at this point, stretch your compass until that point where the circumference intersects with this division here. So transfer the same distance right here. So you find that this distance is equal with this. So you do the same thing here. And you also repeat the same process for the down divisions. Okay, when you're done, um, we're going to join these points using your free hand. Okay. Then you also do the same thing down here. So the reason as to why I've joined this point here using a ruler, whereby if you're standing at this point X and you're trying to view this object from here, you find that you won't be able to see exactly where this curve ends at this other point. So that's why at a certain point you will see a straight line. Okay, that's why you see I've drawn a straight line right here. So we are going to draw this square here. So you find that this square lies on this line that is 30 from this one. So but then this square is 10 by 10. So from the midpoint, and our midpoint at the drawing, isometric drawing, is right here. So I place my ruler along that line. I measure off 10. Okay. Sorry. Then also here I'll measure off 10. Okay. Right there. So now we have to continue. So we have this distance 40, which is the same distance here, right? So I'm going to transfer this 40 here. So using your ruler, I'm going to measure off 40. So I put my compass needle at X. I strike off 40. So I'm going to draw a line that is parallel to the x-axis. Okay. So now when you're here at 40, you find that this distance here is 20, right? So the portion of the drawing which I want to draw is this one, right? Which is 20. So I'll come right here. I'll measure off my 20. raise that perpendicular. So now I want to get the total what height. Remember, the front elevation is the elevation that usually shows us the total height, and the elevation also can show you the total height. So which is 60, but then we have this one, this portion, which is 20. So if I want to get this distance, I'll subtract 60 minus 20, which is 40. So right here I'll measure off 40. Okay, so from this point I'm going to measure off 20 to come up with this. So I'm going to draw this curved surface right here. So I'll do the same thing that I did here. I'll measure off 30. Okay, so I'm going to transfer all these divisions right here. And I'll do the same thing down here. So when you're done with drawing these lines, you start transferring those points. So you find that this other point, you have it here. So you don't need to again mark it. So I do the same thing down. So I'll join these points using my free hand. Okay. And I also do the same thing here. So now we're going to locate this square right here. I hope we're on the same track. Then you find that this is the midpoint we have. So I'll place my ruler along this line. I'll measure off 10 off from the midpoint. Then I'll also measure off 10 to make a perfect square. Okay, so when you're done, you find that we have tried to draw all the details that we need in this drawing. So I'm just going to make it thick to bring out how everything should be. So you find that this is the figure that you have been looking for. So we have transferred orthographic projection into isometric drawing. We're going to put measurements. So this is 60. This is 100. This is also 60. So this is 40, which is this, and also this one is 40. So this one is 10. So here is 10. So this is also 20. This is 20 also. And this is also 20. Thanks for watching. I hope this video has added value to you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment to support this channel. Thanks so much. We'll meet next time.